The first thing Mrs. D'Souza noticed every morning wasn't the attendance register. It was the silence. Not the peaceful kind, the strange kind. 30 students sat in a classroom. 30 heads were bent down. 30 fingers moved across glowing screens. No one spoke. No one laughed. No one looked at one another. Mrs. D'Souza smiled to herself. When I started teaching 25 years ago, she thought, students passed notes. She walked to the front of the class. "Good morning, everyone." A few students looked up. The rest continued typing. Ahem. Finally, 30 voices replied, almost in chorus. "Good morning, ma'am." She picked up a piece of chalk and wrote 3 words on the board. Human communication today. Before she could begin, a ringtone broke the silence. A student quickly muted his phone. "I'm sorry, ma'am." "It's all right," she replied. 5 minutes later, another notification, then another, a buzz, a vibration, a soft ringtone. The lesson kept stopping. Mrs. D'Souza closed her notebook. "I have a question." Everyone looked up. "When was the last time you spent one entire day without your phone?" The room fell silent. One student laughed. "Never." Another whispered, "Not even for an hour." At lunch break, the conversation continued in the school courtyard. "I don't understand why teachers hate phones," Arav complained. "They help us study." His friend Neha nodded. "I watch science videos every day, and I use mine to learn new vocabulary," added Sana. Kabir joined them carrying his lunch tray. "Exactly. We submit assignments online, check announcements, calculate equations, and even attend classes on our phones. It isn't just entertainment anymore," Neha said. "It's a learning tool." Across the courtyard, another group overheard the conversation. Ria walked over. "Really? What? You spend 4 hours every day on social media." Arav defended himself. "So what? So don't pretend it's all educational." Everyone laughed. "It isn't our fault," he replied. "The apps are designed to keep us scrolling." "And whose responsibility is that?" Ria asked. Before anyone answered, the school bell rang. That afternoon, something unexpected happened. Halfway through history class, the electricity went out. The Wi-Fi stopped working. The mobile network disappeared. No internet, no messages, no videos, no notifications. For the first time in years, the classroom became completely disconnected from the digital world. Students sighed dramatically. "My life is over," someone joked. Mrs. D'Souza smiled. "Perfect." "Perfect?" "I've been planning today's activity for weeks." She divided the class into groups. "No phones, no internet, no laptops. You have 1 hour. Interview your classmates and prepare a presentation on the most memorable childhood experience they've ever had." The students looked horrified. "Talk? To each other?" She nodded, face to face. Reluctantly, they began. At first, the conversations felt awkward. Then someone shared a funny memory about getting lost in a supermarket. Another described learning to ride a bicycle. Someone spoke about moving to a new city. One student admitted she had always struggled to make friends. People listened, really listened. Laughter echoed across the classroom. Some stories made everyone laugh until they cried. Others filled the room with thoughtful silence. By the end of the activity, nobody seemed to miss their phones. After school, a few students stayed back. "You know," Arav admitted, "that was actually fun." Neha smiled. "I didn't know half these things about my own classmates." Kabir looked thoughtful. "Maybe phones make communication easier, but sometimes they replace communication." The next morning, the principal called a meeting. Teachers, parents, student representatives. One issue. Should mobile phones be banned during school hours? The opinions came quickly. A parent spoke first. "My daughter gets distracted every few minutes." Another disagreed. "I need to contact my son in emergencies." A science teacher added, "Students can access unlimited educational resources instantly." An English teacher responded, "They can also access unlimited distractions instantly." A parent raised another point. "Technology is part of modern life. If we ban phones completely, are we preparing children for the real world?" Mrs. D'Souza quietly listened. Then she finally spoke. Perhaps this isn't really about phones. Everyone turned toward her. It's about learning when to use them and when not to. The room became quiet. She continued, a book isn't dangerous. A computer isn't dangerous. A phone isn't dangerous. What matters is whether it helps learning or interrupts it. The principal nodded slowly. So perhaps the question isn't, should phones be banned? But how can schools help students use them responsibly? Nobody answered immediately because everyone realized the answer wasn't as simple as banning a device or allowing it without limits. Sometimes the best solutions live somewhere in between.
IELTS essay topic. Some people believe that mobile phones should be banned in schools. To what extent do you agree or disagree? What arguments did you hear? If you listened carefully, you already have ideas for your essay. Arguments for banning mobile phones. Mobile phones distract students during lessons. Frequent notifications interrupt learning. Students spend too much time on social media instead of studying. Face-to-face communication decreases when everyone is on their phones. A phone-free classroom encourages participation and meaningful conversations. Students become more attentive and engaged in classroom activities. Arguments against banning mobile phones. Mobile phones are valuable learning tools. Students can access educational videos, dictionaries, and research materials instantly. Schools increasingly use digital platforms for assignments and announcements. Parents may need to contact their children during emergencies. Technology is an essential part of modern education. A balanced view. Rather than banning phones completely, schools should teach students how to use them responsibly. Clear rules and supervised use can maximize educational benefits while reducing distractions. Speaking challenge. Without listening to the story again, retell the entire story in 2 minutes. Try to include: who were the main characters? What problem did they face? What different opinions were shared? How did the story end? What lesson did you learn? Remember, don't memorize, just tell the story naturally. IELTS Vocabulary Builder. Write these expressions in your notebook. Useful vocabulary. Digital distraction. Educational resource. Face-to-face communication. Responsible use of technology. Maintain concentration. Improve academic performance. Excessive screen time. Classroom engagement. Balanced approach. Self-discipline. High-band expressions strike a balance between enhance the learning experience, pose a significant challenge, play a vital role in foster meaningful interaction, become increasingly dependent on, use technology responsibly, maximize educational benefits, minimize unnecessary distractions, prepare students for the digital world. Essay challenge. Now it's your turn. Write a 250-word IELTS Task 2 essay on the topic, some people believe that mobile phones should be banned in schools. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Before you begin, create a quick essay skeleton. For example, introduction, state your opinion. Body paragraph 1. Explain why phones can negatively affect learning. Support your ideas with examples. Body paragraph 2. Explain how phones can also improve learning. Support your ideas with examples. Conclusion. Give your final opinion and suggest a balanced solution. Your learning journal. Create a notebook called IELTS Story Essays Journal. After every episode, complete these 4 tasks. Write down 10 new vocabulary words or phrases. Summarize the story in 120 to 150 words. Prepare an essay skeleton. Introduction plus main ideas plus conclusion. Write a complete 250-word IELTS essay. July and August challenge. Don't keep your work to yourself. Email us. Your vocabulary list, your story summary, your essay skeleton, your complete IELTS essay. Our ELP professional, a certified IELTS trainer and TEFL/TESOL certified educator with over 8 years of IELTS and PTE teaching experience, will provide free, personalized feedback throughout July and August. This is your opportunity to receive expert guidance without joining a coaching institute. Quote of the day: don't memorize essays, live the story, tell the story, then write the essay.